Hey there. Today, I want to cover a really important element of prepping, and that is emergency action plan, reviewing, and the commencement of training drills. As the weather is starting to get cooler, we're now starting to reach this sweet spot in the weather where the conditions are really great for going bush. As such, this is a wonderful time to review your emergency preparedness, primarily your emergency action plan. People's numbers change, plans change, circumstances change. Take some time to review your plans, your preparedness, and ensure that it is up to date and relevant. Further, this is a wonderful time to start commencing drills. Now, what drills should you commence? Well, Bushcraft and I have always lived by the rule of practice as many drills as you can that are relevant to you. One of my personal favourites, and I'm sure Bushcraft would agree with me on this, is the 5-minute bug out. It's an easy drill to practice. All you need to do is allocate yourself 20 minutes one evening, one day. Doesn't really matter when, as long as you're home or where you're likely to bug out from. Position yourself where you would spend the majority of your time. Start a countdown timer for 5 minutes. The moment you start that timer, immediately enact your bug out plan. Grab your bug out bag, auxiliary bags, and any other stuff you require if you are bugging out for a minimum of 72 hours. Once either the timer reaches 0 or you think you've finished, stop the timer if it's still running. If you have run out of time and haven't got everything ready, you need to seriously consider revising your plan. You have too much equipment, or if it's not a lot of equipment, it needs to be grouped better so it can be grabbed quicker. This could mean putting it in tubs, baskets, or bags, and positioning it so it can be grabbed and loaded into a vehicle, or, in the case of being carried on your person, carried quickly. If you have plenty of time left over, there's a few things that may have occurred. Either you've been practicing these drills for a long time and have really perfected what to take, where to place it, and have it in a very easily transportable format, usually in packs, bags, baskets, etc. Or you may have inadequate supplies to last you 72 hours in the circumstances that you prepare for. If you have time left over, even if you think, hey, I've been doing this a long time, I've got a lot of stuff put aside, I've packed and positioned everything really well, this is easy, review it. Make sure it's current, make sure things haven't expired. It's a great chance to ensure that everything is in the best possible condition. If you haven't been practicing 5-minute bug outs often, if you haven't ever actually bugged out before or done drills with friends, my advice, go through what you have. Put some serious consideration into whether or not anything is missing, whether anything could be upgraded, improved, how thorough your supplies and equipment is. A perfect example of being highly practiced and having plenty of time left over is when Bushcraft performed a 5-minute bug out recently. He finished with 2.5 minutes to spare, so he finished very quickly. He took the time to look through what he actually had. When he was going through making sure that he had everything he needed post-drill, he discovered that the can opener that he normally has in his auxiliary bags wasn't there. He realised that he'd previously grabbed it out to use it when he was at a friend's place, showing the equipment to a friend, but forgot to put it back in his bag. As such, if he had to bug out, he wouldn't have a can opener in his auxiliary bag, and he would have to resort to one of the many improvised and expedient ways of opening a can. As such, the drill was very beneficial, as it brought this to light before the equipment was absolutely necessary and in need of being used. He quickly rectified this situation, putting another can opener in the bag, and his auxiliary bag was back to what it should be, complete and ready for use at a moment's notice. Some other drills include what to do with loss of grid. A great way to practice this is if you've got a shed, or if you've got your fridge is able to run on a separate power source, simply turn off the rest of the power. Spend a day, or ideally a weekend, with no power, no technology, no electronics to help you. See how comfortably everything goes. Cook only using a spirit burner or other type of camp stove, and just see how comfortable everything is. See how practiced you are at doing so. Make sure you know how to use your equipment to the best of your abilities and as intended by the manufacturer. Also, feel free to practice any drills that you and your friends or the rest of your group may have come up with. And remember, stay safe in the bush.